Hey, hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll talk about DBMS, its feature, what exactly the difference between DBMS and RDBMS, and then like the some advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. So let's start. Okay. So what is DBMS? So DBMS basically stands for Database Management System. Okay. Now if you look at it, comprises of two phrases. One is database, another one is management system. So what is database? Database is basically collection of interrelated files, or you can say it's a collection of basically data or files. What is management system? So any sort of management system, it basically offers four basic management operations, basically searching, addition, deletion, updation. Okay, now let's combine these two phrases. Okay, so it means a system which basically maintains data as well as it offers all sort of data manipulation operation is called DBMS. Okay, so in a nutshell we can say that DBMS is basically collection of interrelated data and set of program in order to access that data. It's basically a definition of DBMS. Now the primary goal of DBMS is to provide convenient and efficient environment wherein wherein one can access and store the data. Now let's talk about some features of DBMS. Okay, so the main feature is basically all sort of management operations, as I said, searching, addition, deletion, updation. Okay, now the second one is maintaining data integrity and protection of data. Third one is it is useful in some sort of report generation. Fourth one is it is also useful in some sort of mathematical operations. So all these are some basic features of DBMS. Now there is another term called RDBMS. So what exactly is RDBMS? RDBMS is basically stands for Relational Database Management System. Okay, now let's find what exactly the difference between RDBMS and DBMS. Okay, so in DBMS basically the data gets stored in terms of file. However, in RDBMS data gets stored in terms of tuple or data or tables. Okay, so this is the basic difference. Okay, now the another difference and the important difference is that in RDBMS you can establish relationship among tables. Okay, so you may have correlation among your data. However, in DBMS that's not possible. Okay, now the third one is normalization is not present in DBMS. However, normalization basically presents in RDBMS. Okay, now the another difference is data redundancy. Okay, we cannot control data redundancy in DBMS, but in RDBMS data redundancy can be controlled and can be maintained. Okay, fourth and the last difference among these two terminologies is that data retrieval in RDBMS is bit faster compared to DBMS. So these are some basic differences among RDBMS and DBMS. Now let's talk about some examples. Okay, so if we talk about DBMS, your Microsoft Registry, MS Access, all those file system kind of software that falls under DBMS. Okay, now if we talk about RDBMS, your Oracle, Microsoft SQL, MySQL, all the leading software that falls under the category of RDBMS. Okay, now let's talk about some advantages and disadvantages of DBMS or RDBMS. Number one, the basic or the main advantage of using RDBMS is basically removing redundancy and inconsistency among data. Okay, so using RDBMS we can control redundancy and inconsistency. We can remove duplicacies and we can maintain consistency in our database. Okay, number two, simplicity in data access. Okay, so if you look at the traditional file system, in order to look one particular data, what you will do, you will go to that particular file, you will open it and look for relevant set of data. However, in RDBMS or DBMS, you can simply write one SQL query which will give you the exact data what exactly is required. Okay, so in that way it offers simplicity. Okay, number 3, correlation of data. As I said, like a different sort of relationship can be established among tables. Okay, which is quite useful in terms of pulling data from multiple tables. Okay, number 4, integrity maintenance. Okay, so using RDBMS you can maintain or you can enforce different sort of integrity constants like your primary key, foreign key, unique key, null constant, all those kind of integrity can be maintained. Number 5, atomicity. Okay, so what exactly is atomicity? So atomicity says that if one particular transaction is happening, okay, either it will complete fully or it will not complete at all. Okay, so it means it guarantees that there would not be any transaction which fails in a midway. Okay, so these kind of features is quite important in terms of like any sort of banking transaction. Correct, you can imagine if one particular banking transaction is happening, okay, we cannot leave the data or we cannot leave the transaction in a midway. Okay, if there is any failure, it will roll back the entire transaction. So this is called atomicity features. Number 6, concurrent access. This is also one of the advantages of having DBMS or RDBMS. Okay, at the same time, at a given point of time, multiple users can access the same set of data. Number 7, data security. Okay, so DBMS or RDBMS, it offers basically data security. We can create different sort of restricted view of database, we can create different sort of schemas, we can create different sort of users, we can put restricted access to one particular users. So all those different sort of security standards can be established using DBMS or RDBMS. Okay, so these are some advantages. Now let's talk about some disadvantages. However, disadvantages are very low, but every software is having some limitations. Okay, so the main disadvantage is that it requires heavy computing resources. Okay, considering that like high initial investment is required in terms of hardware, software, or any sort of training. Second one is lack flexibility. It is like observed that in some cases like your engineering analysis or software development sort of stuff, it is not up to the mark. Okay, so these are some disadvantages. Okay, so I think we'll stop here. Okay, hope you like the video. Please provide your feedback in the comment box. We'll come back to you with another interesting video. Thank you. Bye.